What's up guys, it's me Jack, and today we are back in Space Engine. So we are just going to do some random stuff. Honestly, I never really know what to do here, but all we could do is just check out, well, whatever we could. Um, huh. So I'm going to do sort of a classic kind of thing, but see, like when the sun comes up and when the sun comes down, we're gonna see how different it is between each other. So the sun at its latest time, it says it's May. I think it says it's May. Like, speaking of months, it's finally the 1st of June. So it's officially summer, guys. Like, it's actually summer. Spring is over. We got the summertime. So this is May. So if I set this to its best sort of month, was that August? I don't know. I think that's August actually. That should be 6. Dodo 6, Dodo 1. So this is June, so that is how it kind of should be. So this is currently Britain. This is the exact same date as today. So, well, now it's the 2nd of June. So yeah, that's apparently currently what the sun pattern is. If I go more north of England, see there's quite a bit of a difference. So I'm going to go all the way to the Highlands, because that is where the highest point, not the really highest point, the most northernmost points. We're going to be at Scabster and see how kind of low or high the sun is. So it goes kind of, that's quite interesting actually. It's a bit of a weird weather pattern. I have quite short days, quite short nights. Because obviously, well, it's summer. So yeah, so this is all the way down at Scabster. And now we're going to go all the way down to Eastbourne maybe? I don't really know where is the most southernmost point. Or we could go to Isle of Wight, we can go there. So the most southernmost point of Isle of Wight. So it goes up, 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 and then it goes like this. So what if I went to sort of northern France? So kind of around there. Okay, so it's still sort of the same. This is midday. Then it starts going down. But what if we went to the equator? So if we went sort of more towards the equator, so like there, the sun would be more of a kind of straight up. But there's a strange sort of weather pattern about it though. Because it's like not really aligned with the equator. It's not quite aligned. So it goes sort of to here, the desert. This should be a bit more aligned, I think. So I think Africa actually has longer nights than the Britain. And have quite long days as well. Let's go more north. Okay, we're back sort towards Spain. Again, so this is sort of northernmost areas. Is this really west or is that south? I can never really tell. West. That's west. So, if I went to sort of Spain, see what that's got. It's more similar to sort of the British and French kind of where the sun goes. It's a little bit like less straight up, but if I go all the way to Africa again, if I went to the very, very most equator, the very most equator area, the very most. So the equator is sort of where the Democratic Republic of the Congo is. It's kind of there, the equator. It's full of clouds, it's full of rain. So I'm going to take all that away. Okay. I think the roles are reversing, like, as we go down. Because it's like, it's not supposed to go that kind of direction. It's supposed to go the opposite way, like that. Not that. So that's kind of the point where you would think the sun would rise at sort of the west rather than the east, kind of similarities. But obviously that would be east. Like it would still would be. Like if it was actually roles, if roles were actually reversed, then basically, like if the Earth rotated opposite, if it reversed its rotation, it would go from west to east instead of east to west. So it does kind of make sense in some way, as you can see. If I go even more south, I'm just gonna wait till it's daytime, so it's a bit easy to recognize. So we're gonna go more towards South Africa. This is going to be sort of its autumn seasons, I think, because it is in the southern hemisphere. That's like a winter or like sort of autumn. So sort of here. But how cold is it? So in this local temperature, apparently it's 22 degrees. I'm guessing that's like average temperature. But it says average temperature here is 13 degrees. But local temperature in our area, if we go to the very south, this would be 22 degrees. It's slowly getting colder as it goes. So again, it's kind of more recognizable. Like it kind of goes the opposite way to how the sun actually goes in Britain. So it kind of rises from the east, but it travels sort of down to the west. And this is sort of a autumn-ish this time cycle. It's kind of autumn-like, because, well, obviously it's not too high, nor too low. Like, this is, for them, it's probably their, it could be their December or November or even maybe October. It could probably work this way. It could be working that way. So that's the sun, but it doesn't stay for very long. So like slowly the sun is going to get more and more lower as time goes on, because this is like their winter again. So okay, so this is South Africa. If we go sort of in the middle near the Southern Ocean, near the, what the hell? I'm a bit confused. Like, why did that happen? If we go sort of more to the Southern Ocean, I think that's what it's called, the Southern Ocean, Indian Southern, yeah. So it goes again. It's obviously going from there to sort of there. Yeah, that's quite low. Obviously, because it's like winter in that area. And its local temperature is apparently 14 degrees. I would honestly think it would be colder than that. But they do have quite cold nights anyway. It's minus 5 degrees. That's why a space engine's temperature is way more accurate than Universe Sandbox. Like, it just says it's freezing all the time in basically Earth. It shouldn't be that cold. There should be more of an average temperature than that. But there we go. Minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. That's the coldest it gets around here. If we go the other way, so all the way sort of down more near the poles. If we go sort of more down here, like where there's gonna be a bit more darkness than there should be. Like all you'll probably be seeing is just sunrise and then it sets. That's all you're gonna see really. They got some freezing nights as well. -21. It stays at -11, so that's the warmest apparently it gets. That's kind of sad for that area, really, although in their winter or our summer. This is definitely worse than our winter. Like if I set this to, because I don't think we ever had a day when the warmest was -11. That just sounds kind of ridiculous. It just probably wouldn't work like that. So if I go back to England, to my country, so let's go here, kind of where Barnsley is, we're just gonna set this to 2025.12.01 and about, if I did 6 in the morning in winter, so 06:00, it would still be basically nighttime, and local temperature would go down to -10. So that's apparently 6 AM in winter, and it's just getting colder and colder until the sun goes up. I can see the peak of the sun is coming up as 8 o'clock comes. Honestly, winter is weird, really, because obviously the sun rises so much later than it needs to be. Like, it's just late all the time. So 6 degrees, 9 degrees. So as you can see, the sun is much higher than it was in the southern area, in the southern hemisphere, near sort of Antarctica. Like, that was even better. It's even a bit warmer, but it only goes up to 11, not -11. It just goes up to 11 degrees. And then it gets colder, rapidly gets colder, and then eventually the sun will go back up. The other side of the earth would have more sunlight. So if I go all the way back to sort of where that we went earlier, this area would have more sunlight. So if I go back here, this area will have so much sunlight. So you will get a lot more sunlight. It's a lot warmer around here. It's like so damn warm around here. Like very warm in the southern hemisphere. Well, it's freezing in that our side of the earth. It almost never sets then. Almost looks like it never sets. And then it rises back up. Sort of in that similar location. So it kind of goes down in the west, but kind of rises in the west as well. So, wait, what kind of weather pattern is this, though? Because how could it go from like there all the way to sort of there and rise up again? I don't think that's how sun patterns work. Obviously, it's probably because it is a strange part of the planet where the sun barely sets. But if I go to more Antarctica regions, so we're going to go to the very, very, very most southernmost point of the South Pole, very southern point, very, very center. The sun would technically work. Like, oh my god, it never sets. It's like rolling. It's just cruising its way. It's like cruising its way around the earth. It's like it never sets, but as time goes on, it will most likely set eventually. So I set time much higher. I'm going to see how gradual it gets. So vroom, 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 vroom. And then eventually, Antarctica will not get any sunlight. Eventually, in the next coming months. Like, it will never be able to get as much sunlight as it needs. So that's January. So splash there, probably the August, probably. Like, they never get any sunsets. The sun never sets in winter. Sorry for the flashing eyes here, because we need to just speed this up a little bit. Oh, it's getting gradually more lessened sunlight as the time goes on. Flipping heck, it's buggy as well, because I've been playing away at too much recently. So yeah, this is sort of like you're not gonna get anything after. You're getting nothing. So the later end of the year goes on. So that's the dates going past. And it looks like the sun never rises. So that is the most nighttime point. So no, there's gonna be no way the sun rises in this area, because this is the southern hemisphere. It's winter currently. And it's minus bloody 50 degrees, minus 51. Like, that is very hot. Not hot, cold. I need to correct myself sometimes here. Anyways, if we go to more sort of the North Pole, sort of more northernmost poles, the sun would just stay. The sun is apparently not moving. It kind of appears that it's not moving at all. Ah, yeah, because it's slow. Okay, so the sun does rise and it does set as well. So technically, no matter what, we will never really get just zero sunlight. Well, unless if we kind of go to, where would we go where it's most considered the North Pole? Sort of just where Greenland, sort of between that area. I think the North Pole is here somewhere. It's definitely like around here. Yeah, so it's kind of did the same as when we went to Antarctica in its winter, in its summer regions. And this is basically July. It's slowly getting lower and lower, and eventually, kind of, the summer, or the more sunlight it gets in. Oh, what the hell? Exposure. Too much exposure then, what the heck? I honestly don't know what I did. Anyways, so the sun is going all there, and then there, and then there. And then eventually it will set to get lower. It's going to get lower and lower. So yeah, this is kind of where we would consider the North Pole is. That's where we would consider it. Quite near Russia, quite near Greenland, quite near sort of the other areas, near America. Not far from the UK, but kind of is. Like, UK is not that bad compared to here. Like, this is getting all the sunlight. It's not, like, it's never really getting much colder. That is just gonna sort of remain like this. It's 1 degrees, 1.5, and it goes down all of a sudden. So apparently the temperature locally in this time of summer, it's still really cold. It's not warm compared to Britain. If we go back to Britain, it'll be at 33 bloody degrees. Like, that is hot as hell. Oh my gosh. Like, that is pretty hot. Can't say a thing with these clouds. There we go. So, that's kind of all I'm gonna sort of say to y'all today. So we are just gonna leave it here. I need to somehow fix whatever that happened. HDR, that's the one I needed. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've just basically told you how sort of the differences between the sun patterns and sort of where the sun rises, sun sets, or like whether the sun sort of never rises or sets, kind of stuff. So yeah, I've just sort of been teaching you, or I sort of learned something new as well myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in Universe Sandbox later. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. for our final video. Well, not really final, but I'm obviously making a reminder video later on today for new viewers. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.